Action. We're live.
Hello. Welcome to On Air with Ellie Balloons. This is episode
number 8.
8.
I'm Andrew, and
I'm Karen. This episode is sponsored by Tuftex. A shout out to Tuftex for sponsoring the podcast. Speaking of Tuftex, actually, they
have launched a whole new collection of colors.
Yeah.
The Lace Collection is what it's called.
Is it?
It is.
Okay. Well, I know it's 3 new colors.
Do you know what any of the new colors are?
Yes. 3 new colors are Romy, Georgia,
and
Meadow.
You got it.
Woo!
1, 2, 3.
All right. 3 new colors. We'll show you guys pictures on here of what they look like. There will also be sample packs, if I'm not mistaken, in your order. So if you're watching this video today and you place an order, you will be getting a sample pack of the 3 colors in your order. So make sure that you guys place your orders.
Try it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
These are similar to lace, which do have a slight pearl finish to it. So it's part of the lace collection because I think they're using a similar formula.
Okay.
So it's kind of, actually it's going to be really cool. I'm curious to see what it actually looks like when you inflate it and what the decor is going to look like. But lace, we've been using lace a lot, so I can imagine like every time we go to a convention, we're using lace.
We're using lace, yeah. The 3 colors are really nice, so I'm excited to see what you guys come up with.
Which one is your favorite so far?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, is Romy the pink one?
Romy is the pink one, yes.
Yes, that is my top pick out of the 3, I think.
You know, it's funny. It's been sitting in the warehouse and I was walking through the one day and I was looking for something and I'm like, what is this color? And I didn't realize we already got it in stock. It's just been sitting here waiting for the launch.
Yeah.
So I think Meadow is the one I'm excited about because
the green.
The green. There's a lot of really cool greens, and I know willow and the forest greens and etc. But this one looks like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to have that pearl finish to it.
Even the blue one. The blue is Georgia. Right?
Georgia.
And that one's really nice as well. I don't know how to really describe the colors. I don't want to say that they're muted. They're just, I don't know. The colors are just really pretty.
Unique.
Yeah, they're very unique colors. So excited.
Tuftex, they always come out with a really cool color combination or variation of it. And they are colored. They really are.
They're on top of it. So
they changed the game once they started coming out with these new double stuffed colors and their finishes and etc. But I'm excited to see what the decor is going to look like using these 3 colors.
Yeah, so check it out. If you are watching this episode, I'm sure you guys have some maybe in your order already. But yeah, tag us in your decor. And again, a shout out to Tuftex for sponsoring this video and the podcast, I mean.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to the first segment of today's show.
Okay.
And it's the game.
The game?
The game.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not the game. It's a trivia question.
Oh, okay.
And we'll circle back to the answer.
All right, so let's see what you got.
In the classic film, The Wizard of Oz, there is a hot air balloon at the end of the movie where the wizard attempts to escape. What is the color of the hot air balloon?
You're gonna hate me for this? I've never watched The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
That's so funny. That is one of the movies I remember watching when I was 4 or 5 or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No. All I know is it's what is it, Dorothy and her red heels and clapping them together or whatever.
The Tin Man.
The Tin Man and the Lion.
But you never actually watched the movie?
No, I've never watched the movie. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I don't know what color the hot air balloon is.
Do you want to take a stab at it?
Sure.
Because I actually didn't know. I had a guess, but I didn't know what the color was.
Okay. I'm going to say, I'm in between red and orange. I'm going to say red.
That was also going to be my guess.
Oh, really?
that was my guess.
Okay.
But we're going to circle back at the end of the show, so stay tuned for the answer to what color was the hot air balloon in The Wizard of Oz that the wizard tried to escape in. All right, now we can move on to the game.
Okay.
So, for me and the audience, if you could please share 2 truths and 1 lie
Ooh.
about yourself.
Okay. I remember this used to be an icebreaker back in like elementary or like high school and all that. Let's see. 2 truths and a lie. Let's see. I have a twin sister. I have, let me see. Man, I need to think. Hold on. I have a twin sister. I have a... Man, this is going to take me too long. Do you have 2 truths and a lie while I think of mine? Does that count? Can I do that?
Well, actually, it's funny because I was like, oh, interesting. I was not thinking I was going to be doing 2 truths and a lie. But, okay.
We're going to be silent for a while. I'm trying to think of mine as
I could do one for the audience, but then I don't think I could do one. It would be harder to do one for you, where you would actually have a hard time guessing.
Okay. Let me see.
Plus, this goes against my thing of lying, although I am encouraging you to lie by telling me to lie.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I have a twin sister. I got my license at 17, and I am... That's funny. I was going to think of something else. I have 4 siblings.
Okay. Let's see. Do. Actually, that was helpful because now I can think of mine.
Just killing time for you.
All right. So I know the answers to that, though.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think. Like,
but the audience does not, so we can reveal what those which one's which.
If you're listening, what
At
do you
least
think?
one of those things is a lie.
Yes. So.
Okay. I'm going to say.
It's funny. You're still gonna guess even though you know the answer.
I know the answer to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But say yours. Say your.
What are my 2 truths?
Yeah, 2 truths and a lie.
All right. I did not get my first car until I was 27.
Okay.
I used to have a dog.
Okay.
And I have not only a degree in biology, but a minor in chemistry. I think I gave that. Actually, hold on. What did I just say? What did I just tell you?
What?
I think I messed it up. See, this is why I don't lie.
Well, I'm trying to say mine, and I was like, every time I kept thinking of one, I was like, oh wait, that's a lie too. It's kind of hard.
It is. We're not good at this game. Okay. So, I know which one it is because I know your situation.
Yeah. I was trying to think of another one. Yeah. But,
okay, your lie was that you had a twin sister.
Yes.
But what the people don't know is that you actually do have
twin sisters.
Twin sisters.
Yes. So.
But you are not one of the twins.
I am not. But it's funny because I've mentioned Diana on here before, and Diana works here at LA Balloons. Diana and I get told a lot that we look like one another. Even here, we've had interactions where customers will be like, oh my God, you dyed your hair. And I'm like, no. Yeah, like Diana will go out and be like, no, like, not me, you know? Or they'll be like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. And then it's not, it's one or the other, you know? But that's funny. But yeah, I do have twin sisters that are younger than us. So that is my lie. I don't have a twin, but I have twin sisters. So.
What is my lie?
I don't know, actually. You said you got your first car at 27. You have
I used to have a dog.
You used to have a dog, and you have a degree in bio and chem. or a degree in bio and a minor in chem. I want to say that one's true, because I know you have a degree in bio, so your answer can't be like partially wrong, you know? So I'm gonna say that one's a truth, and I'm going to say that I think you're lying about your car.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I don't remember you ever saying that you've had a dog before.
All right, so I actually did get my first car at 27.
Oh, really?
No joke.
Okay.
So that was, 11 years ago?
Yeah.
11, 12 years ago.
Wow.
So, true story, I used to longboard to work or walk to work.
Oh.
Or get a ride or something like that, but depending on where it was. But even when I was moving up and down, and I lived in Philly, I lived in Salisbury, I lived in Delaware, I actually always had an apartment that was within walking or longboarding distance to skateboard to work.
Do you know how to longboard now? Still? Yeah. Like you still...
Longboard, snowboard, skateboard. The only thing I wouldn't do is try to do tricks on a skateboard, but like just riding downhill or not a steep hill. There is one time I went home in a hurricane. Oh it was raining and I had my wrong. I was like, oh, this should be fun. It would be an adventure. It was probably for some reason I decided to go down the steeper hill instead of going around the longer way. I was like, I'll go down the short way. Yeah. That was a silly idea because I ended up wiping down and like sliding down and slipping and like scratching up my whole arm.
Yeah.
Thankfully, because it was wet, it wasn't so bad. Yeah. But I remember going to like my door and I was like, okay, let me pick out all these little pebbles from my arm because I was like, it was numb. I didn't feel like I fell, I kind of scratched everything up. But I was like, I know as soon as I go inside my apartment and it's warm and I kind of settle down, I'm going to feel it. Thankfully, it wasn't that bad.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it was pretty bad. Oh, it looked worse than it was. Okay. It sounds worse than it was. So that is true.
I didn't know that.
And I guess when I was little, it wasn't really my dog, but I did, quote unquote, have a dog that I named Mucknos. Is his name?
Mucknos?
Mucknos, yeah.
What is that?
It was in the Philippines. I'd have no idea. But it wasn't really like my dog. And I will say that's maybe partially truth because it wasn't truly like my dog, but I was allowed to name it. He was like a black, I think, lab. And then I do not have a minor in chemistry. I was one class away.
You lied in all of them.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, wait, it's sorry. True. The first two are true. I kind of had a dog. But that's where, I don't know if you noticed, but when I said this, the last thing, I was like, oh, hold on, wait.
I saw your facial expression. I know. And I was like, I had all the classes I needed to have a minor in chemistry. Okay. If I had decided to take one more class, I actually would have had it. But you're right.
Love chemistry. Organic chemistry was fine.
Yeah.
I hated doing general chemistry. And I was like, nope, not another chemistry class. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't need to add this class or whatever to do it. So
I have a really bad memory then, because now that you're saying that story, like I do remember you saying something like, I was one class away from
doing it. But I was like, nope, there's no benefit in me doing it because in my mind, I wasn't going to be moving towards doing anything in that field. And I was over it. Like physics and chemistry, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Well, biology and chem I enjoyed both of those in high school, because I never took them in college. I'm sure it's very different, but well, you got me there. I was not expecting that, so.
That was funny. I didn't think that. Yeah, I thought I told you that though.
I feel like you have, but I'm telling you, I have really bad memory.
At least me, like, getting my first car at 27. Huh. And it was a Toyota Camry.
It's like I almost want to try again.
You want to try again? Well, we need to get better at the game.
Three more. I know. I'll come more prepared next time. Next time I'll have better options.
So it was funny you brought up icebreakers and how that used to be an icebreaker thing.
Yeah.
So I found this one question online, and it was like, you know when people ask you to do an icebreaker and they're saying, tell me one interesting fact about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be easier if you said, tell me one non-interesting fact about yourself? Because I think a lot of people are like, oh, like, I don't know if anything's interesting.
Yeah.
But if you said something that's like boring or non-interesting, it kind of makes it easier and takes the stress away.
That's true. I can
So
see
do you
that.
have one boring or non-interesting fact about yourself?
Boring? I feel like that still puts pressure on me because it's like boring.
What's boring?
What's boring? I
So-
like to take naps.
You like to take naps.
Yeah,
You're a napper.
I'm a napper.
I know you've actually told me that before, but I don't. It's hard for me to believe that because you're always go, 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 and you've
I'm
got
always
somewhere
doing
to go,
something. Yeah.
and you've always got something to do.
Yeah.
Somewhere to be, something. But somehow you fit a nap in there.
You know what I like? What's maybe boring to some people is I really like to do Sudoku.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember when that came out.
Yeah.
When I was in like high school or whatever, and I was like, I never got into it.
Oh, really? I really like Sudoku. I don't know. So to some people, I think it's just because like it's not that hard of a game, I guess. Like if you understand what it is, once you understand it, like it makes sense. But I guess that's boring to a lot of people. That and like maybe like puzzles. But I do like doing Sudoku puzzles. So yeah.
It never attracted me because I just saw the numbers.
Huh.
And I like percentages and I like analyzing like data and business numbers. But I don't necessarily love math.
I don't really think it's math though. Like it's really just kind of figuring it out. Like
See, I never even took the time to learn how to play it.
yeah. Well, it's not actual like math. You're not adding anything. You're really just making sure that whatever is on this line doesn't match this way. Like I don't know how to explain it to you, but it doesn't have anything to do with actual math or anything like that. But
I feel like it's good for old people. Like from what I've heard. Like to help
keeps
you
your
with their
brain
memory.
stimulated.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, that was the one thing I've heard.
Well,
Okay,
I
was
enjoy
like,
it.
for elderly people. There you go, that's what it was.
Yeah, anything like that. I mean,
Like puzzles. I think that's the only thing I've kind of heard about it, to be honest. I remember my best friend, he used to love playing that, but he's like a math person. So like he loved math.
yeah. Well, anything I think like Sudoku, crossword puzzles, anything along
You're going to
those
be
lines.
great when you're in a retirement home.
Yeah,
Like you're going to be.
I'm gonna be a
on
very easy-going elderly person, so I'll
I think your mind
be great
will
at
be
bingo
sharp.
nights.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's like I don't think it's boring. It's actually kind of an interesting fact about you, but
Well, there
that's
you go.
kind of the purpose of the question.
That made it easier. I can see that, yeah. Because if you really do say like, what's something interesting about you? I don't know, you know? All right, well, what's yours? What's boring about Andrew Simon?
What's boring? I think everything about me is interesting, to be honest. I'm just kidding.
Humble brag.
Something that is,
Should I ask you the other way around?
oh no, I don't like sauces, but I do like barbecue is an acceptable sauce to me.
Huh.
And honey is an acceptable sauce to me. But ketchup, mayo, mustard, any of the other traditional sauces,
Yeah.
most sauces, 9.5 times out of 10, I would rather eat it sauceless.
No ketchup, no ranch, no nothing.
And it's funny to me when people say like, oh, but there's like no taste or flavor or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think that's completely wrong.
I think there is.
Well, okay, so that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like a steak. Like people who, let's just say, eat a steak and they have to have like some sort of Worcestershire or A1.
A1, yeah.
Or whatever sauce you like, even hot sauce.
Yeah.
I always feel like whenever you do that, like you just make it taste like the sauce, but you don't actually get the flavor of the
meat,
thing that you're
yeah.
trying to eat. So I really enjoy, like, for example, let's just say the steak or the burger or the pork chop. I don't know, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
The flavor of that.
The wing. Yeah.
Sauceless. The wing. Yeah, even the wing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You're
yeah.
making me think. I just had wings the other day and I get like hot wings, but I do dip it in the ranch and then it tastes like ranch.
Yeah.
Ranch
But I
hot
mean,
sauce.
so like, and again, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
it, but like, I am very much against sauces for the most part. But I do every once in a while like to dip my cheeseburger, double or triple, in barbecue sauce.
Can you share with anybody that's listening your McDonald's order? Because
So I really don't do this nearly as much anymore.
Okay.
But there have been multiple times where I was trying to gain weight or bulk up or whatever. And the McDonald's people knew my order.
Okay.
And I did this for years. But I would get 5 double cheeseburgers, plain with shredded lettuce. I would eat all of them with barbecue sauce. And I used to see how many bites it would take me to eat it. And I actually got one in 1 bite and 2 bites one time.
Whoa.
I would do 1 double quarter pounder with cheese,
Okay.
plain cheese and shredded lettuce only. I would also eat that with barbecue sauce. I would do a large fry, 4-piece chicken nugget, 3 cookies, and a large sweet tea.
All right.
And that was my daily order.
Daily?
I would go there
Oh, wow.
for a long time. I would
Okay.
eat there almost every day. And like they really knew my order there.
Yeah.
So
You'd pull up and be like, hey, it's Andrew.
yeah, no, shred lettuce guy. Like specifically, it has to be the shredded lettuce,
Yeah.
not the leaf lettuce.
Yeah. Okay.
But plain, I don't want the ketchup or the mustard or the
Yeah.
onions or whatever they put in there. But yeah, no. So over the last 3 years or so, I have been more health focused.
Okay.
So as opposed to just working out and lifting, I have cut out a lot of my fast fooding. Although I still like Five Guys and I still like double cheeseburgers and triple cheeseburgers
And cookies.
and cookies. But I try not to do as much of that type of eating.
Okay.
It's very easy for me to commit and kind of like do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Like eat all the same stuff. So right now I can eat like 1 or 2 pounds of ground beef and a sweet potato and like quote unquote healthier foods. Or with like leaner foods, whatever.
Yeah.
But if I want to, and you just kind of flip the switch, I will go and I can eat McDonald's every day for 5 or 6 months straight. No problem.
Whoa.
I had poke. When I discovered poke in California, because outside of California, it's not a very normal thing.
Okay.
I had poke twice a day
Oh,
for like a year and a half.
really?
No joke.
What is poke? It's like
Poke?
raw.
They don't know what poke you do?
I've never had a poke.
Oh man. Okay. Basically, to me, it's like a form of sushi, but it's not. But it is like generally like raw salmon or tuna.
Okay.
And then what do they put in it? So you can do salad, I guess, like leaves and lettuce.
Greens.
I normally do it with rice. You can do white or brown rice. It's kind of like the sushi version of a Chipotle bowl or a burrito
okay.
bowl. So they'll ask you the same thing: white or brown rice or a salad.
Beans.
White
well,
rice,
maybe not
yeah.
beans.
Then your choice of fish. So it'll be salmon, tuna, shrimp, whatever.
Okay.
So I always do salmon, and they never give you enough. So they always start with like 3 or 4 scoops. I always ask for 10 scoops.
10?
10 scoops. That's
So you double.
well, it's like, yeah, double or triple depending on where you go. But that's
wow,
that's
okay.
their thing. They're like, are you sure? Then they ask you what kind of sauce you want, so
Yeah.
they can mix in one of their special sauces. Again, this is one of those instances for me. I do no sauce.
Okay.
Then they ask you for your topping. So like you can do cucumber, pineapple, masago. You can do radish. You can do
Just different. Yeah.
crab, like the crab meat.
Okay.
So the different things that you would use for sushi, really. Then you can do like shredded seaweed.
Wow.
You can do sesame seeds. It's delicious.
Okay. So like a Chipotle / Subway type of thing where you're
Yes.
picking your... Oh, okay.
But I think it is healthier maybe than those things because it is like
Yeah.
some sort of a fish or salmon or tuna or whatever.
As opposed to chicken meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like literally I had it every day, twice a day for a year and a half.
All right. Well, maybe one day I'll try poke. I don't know.
One
I
day?
think it's just because like when
Are
I
you
think
a California roll person?
not anymore.
What's your favorite sushi?
So I go to this what is it called? I go here in Glendale If I do,
Crazy rockin' sushi.
Crazy rockin' sushi.
I knew it.
I don't like raw rolls. I like
So you don't like
tempura
sushi.
rolls. Yeah, exactly. So I think the only
okay.
like raw one, I have had them before, but they're not like my top picks. One that I like, it's called like a dragon something roll. I don't know, huh?
Where they're like, there's like a bunch of stuff like layered, and there's like
It has like
avocado.
it has avocado and shrimp and cream cheese.
Okay.
And I don't know, I really like it, and I'll get like popcorn shrimp, which isn't an actual roll, but I'll do that, or sometimes I'll just do I don't know, I think people have different.
Have you tried the raw fish? It's like
I have. You know what? Like I've tried even like I think they have like is it scallops or something like that? But they're like baked scallops.
Oh, so still cooked.
Yeah, and I don't know. They're just I've had them raw before. Like when I've gone to like Mexico, there are certain like
a ceviche.
foods. Yeah, like ceviche. Or there was some I don't know. We stopped by somewhere like maybe 2-3 years ago when I was there. We didn't. Where did we go? We went to, was it Sonora, Sinaloa, somewhere in Mexico, where they're just closer to like the fish and stuff. So it was very, very fresh. So I've had it like that, but I think it's just a texture thing. I think that's what it is for me, that it's just like a texture thing, which is weird because I can have, I don't know if you know, do you know what aguachiles are?
Nope.
Okay. Well, it's just basically shrimp, and you just kind of, it basically cooks with the lime.
Oh, like.
But you don't have to wait for it to fully cook. Like you can just have it in there and you can eat it. But you know when you eat shrimp and it's not fully cooked, like you can't fully bite all the way into it. Like I don't know how to explain it to you. But anyways, I guess I am a California person, like a California roll person, because I don't like anything if it's just raw, you know?
It's okay. I didn't really like sushi until 23, 24.
Oh, okay.
But even now, like I like more sushi this year than I did a year ago or 3 years ago. So like me and Liz both do heavy salmon everything. So that salmon, we can eat it. Great. But it's funny, the cream cheese and smoked salmon, it's a traditional Philly roll, at least from where I'm from.
Okay.
So cream cheese and salmon and maybe a cucumber. That would be one I recommend you try because it's not fully uncooked. It's a smoked salmon.
I don't know what it is with salmon, but with salmon, I'm just like, I feel like I might have had salmon one time, and then from there I was just kind of like, no, like,
oh man,
I just can't. I don't know what it. I'm sure if I try it again, because I can eat tuna.
Okay, so I would rather do salmon over tuna almost any day. Okay, but I am curious. This is another poll.
Yeah,
salmon or tuna? What do you like?
What is your favorite sushi roll, or do you even like sushi? Yes or no?
Actually, you know what my new favorite one is? Black snapper.
What is that?
It's a fish. It's a white fish, but it's just recently discovered in the past like year.
Okay.
And
from where?
So there's two places: Seaweed in Glendale or Kopan Ramen in Glendale. Both have. There's golden eye snapper, red snapper, black snapper. Any one of those, delicious.
Okay.
Sometimes they put it in a little smoky thing and then they take it out and all the smoke comes out.
Fancy.
But the Kopan Ramen, the black snapper, is so good.
Right.
But it is raw.
Okay.
But you'd have to work up to it. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was there with the texture at one point.
Okay.
And I remember finding out like, I remember I was eating the dynamite roll and I think it's only like partially cooked or something. And then they told me it's raw and I was like, oh, that changes everything. It's like,
yeah, I think it just depends. Like if people don't tell you like, oh yeah, it's raw, or oh, it has this or whatever, you're kind of like, oh, that's good, you know? And then they tell you after and you're like, oh.
But you know what's also funny about that? So I love the raw stuff, like just the raw salmon sashimi. No sauce. So I don't do the little soy sauce and the little green stuff.
I don't do any of that. Like, you know, when you go to Korean barbecue and they give you the little tray with like the salt and I don't know what, and it has 2 extra sauces or oil, I don't know. I never touch them.
Me
like,
either.
I don't, even if you go to like sushi and they give you, was it wasabi?
Yep.
I don't eat it either.
There's a non-interesting fact for me. I've never tried wasabi.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
I mean, it looks like
It's
fun.
not,
It's like,
yeah, it's not anything like,
it looks like fun to play with.
I mean, it's spicy, I guess, but I don't know. Now I'm hungry, so.
Good. What are you going to eat after this? All right. Next question.
Okay.
If you could choose one superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, I know my answer to this.
Oh.
To fly.
Oh, you want to fly?
Yeah. I've always said like.
Would you go like skydiving or bungee
Yep.
jumping? You want to do the flying squirrel thing where you put them in a little wingsuit and like.
I don't know about that one, but I would go. I want to go skydiving. I want to go bungee jumping. I've thought about going skydiving for my birthday.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I still haven't not worked up to actually do it. Well, I haven't actually looked into the details of doing it. But yeah, if I had a superpower, it would be to fly. If I could be an animal, it would be a bird.
If you could.
Yeah. Random.
Any specific bird?
No. Like someone asked me one time, somebody was asking me something one time where they were like,
pigeon, hawk.
no, I don't like pigeons.
Okay.
Pigeons are, I'm so sorry, but pigeons are just, I don't want to say ugly, but they are. They're just kind of scary. I don't know. That's funny. I want to be a bird and I don't like.
Okay. No, that's fine. I mean, you could be a whole different kind of bird.
I want to be a pretty bird.
Okay. Like
I don't know.
Like a peacock?
Not a peacock. Like a, I don't know, just a bird.
A dove. You want to be a dove?
Those are sad.
They kind of look like pigeons.
Yeah, that's true. Their eyes, they have red eyes, don't they?
Do? No.
I think so.
I think those are white rats.
I would be like a cute little pretty bird, like the
like a bluebird or like a hummingbird.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would be a bird. What's your superpower?
Man.
Have you thought about it?
What superpower I would actually be? No, I actually, and why would I not think about what my answer be?
I was just gonna say, I was like, you asked me these questions, and then it's like, well, I'm curious
really
to know
don't.
you, yeah. What you have to say?
I would probably, probably Superman. That my superpower would be to be like Superman. I would want to do the things that he does. Although I think personality-wise, I think I'm more of a Batman. So I don't know about like superpower specifically. I mean, I guess, I don't know, super strength and flying and doing all the things.
I'm trying to think of the ones that it's like to be invisible, to be able to transport, to, I don't know. I'm thinking of The Incredibles right now.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking of just superheroes. So I'm thinking about like,
flying.
Okay. Superman would probably be the superhero whose powers I would want because he's like the legit one. But
he's supposed to be strong.
Yeah, he's super strong. He's super fast. He can fly. He can do the laser eye beam thing. And
all right.
Yeah, I guess. But those are a lot of superpowers. So which one would I like to do?
Well, which one do you want the most? To be super strong.
Super strong.
Super fast.
Super fast.
Super smart.
That's hard. Which one would I pick? I don't know which one I would pick.
I'm trying to think of your personality and what you would want, but I feel like maybe super smart. I feel like I'm between super smart and super strong.
Oh, that's so interesting because I value physical strength. I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week. Although I am no longer a power lifter or like quote unquote, I don't participate in strongman activities, but like
competitive.
Yeah. But at the same time, like it's a secondary priority for me. So like when I go to the gym, it's not so that I can
be stronger.
It is partially to be stronger, but like that is a byproduct of doing the workout. Like I want to be physically overall strong, fit, and I want the shirts to fit a certain way or look a certain way. But me being able to say that I can lift this and that is a secondary byproduct of the things that I'm doing in the gym. So to say that like, I would want my superpower to be super strength and I could like lift a car or move a building or do this. I don't know if that's that important. I'm also like, I'm not that into running, like, or speed in that sense, or like overall athleticism. So like maybe not Maybe it would be to transport so I can be here and there. Because how cool would it be? Like you can skip jumping on a plane or the car and like you can
You're
just
there.
You want to be in Hawaii, you want to be in Fiji, you want to be in the Philippines, you want to be in Europe, you want to be in Italy.
Yeah.
Like
That'd be
boom,
nice.
we're there. And then boom, you're out. Oh, you know what? Okay, there's my superpower. Glad we talked through this.
All right. Glad we figured it out.
All right. What is one skill you wish you had? So not necessarily a superpower, but now like more, what's a skill you wish you had and why? Because that's something you could learn.
A skill that I wish I had. A skill? I think a skill that I wish I had. I wish I knew how to cook.
To cook? Oh, okay. That's right. I mean, you can bake.
That's the only
so,
one
like,
that comes to mind. But just funny because like I think I can bake pretty well.
Yeah.
But to cook is like at home, my family makes fun of me because when I make my eggs, like if I make a sunny side up egg.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
With the eggs,
well,
yeah.
I can't like, not that I can't, but like I like my egg, like the outside of the egg to be crispy. And they make fun of me for that. Or like sometimes, like I like my food very bland. Yeah. Like I don't need it to have all these sauces and all these ingredients and everything. But like if I make enchiladas compared to how my mom makes enchiladas, they're not gonna taste the same. Like it's just not it. Like I wish I had that skill where like sometimes like my brother will cook and like his food just, it'll be his first time trying a dish to make something and we'll be like, oh, you got it down, like it tastes good. And like I'll try to make something and then they're like like
interesting.
Mid.
So what are you doing differently though?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like maybe I need to make it with more love or something. I don't know. It's just
the key ingredient.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what it is. Like I know like we talked about this last time where it was like my mom will be like just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, where I'm more just like maybe that's what it is that like with baking it's like
exactly.
Yeah, like a cup of this and half a cup of that and a teaspoon of that. And like with cooking, it is very just like just a pinch of salt. But like a pinch to everybody is like it's different, you know? So I guess that would be. I wish I had the skill to know how to cook. That's one I can think of right now. I'm sure there's others that I would like, but
that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you mentioned you can bake. Is there anything you'd like to tell the world?
Why do you always put me on the spot?
I'm just saying, you brought it up. You said, hey, you said that you can bake, but you can't cook.
I don't think so.
So, announcement, Karen has come out of retirement and she is baking again.
Yeah.
And her services are available because she was inspired and inclined to start it back up.
Yeah.
Thanks to you and everybody who's listening and all the decorators that we support.
Yes.
And all the entrepreneurs.
Oh, you don't want to know something else? Actually, I haven't shared this with you.
Ooh.
I think I brought it up, but I didn't actually confirm with you. I'm going to take Jesse's class.
Jessie Decorations?
Jesse's Decorations class, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I signed up for it. I really liked that, and I don't see this very often, but you know, when people are asking you to like, you know, they're offering a class or whatever. I liked, she went out of her way. And so it has you like register and it tells you like putting your email, putting your number, whatever. I had signed up because I wanted to get the details of what the actual class was going to be and what it had, you know? So I signed up, I saw all the stuff and I was just kind of thinking like, should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? And so I finally was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'll do it. She has a certain, I guess there's like a sale going on. So before a certain time, like you get to pay a little bit less or something. And so she actually reached out recently and I had been thinking about it for like last week or so. And then she said, hey, I'm reaching out because you're on my list of, you know, people that registered but haven't completed, you know, like the actual purchasing of the class. And so she was like, I just wanted to know if there was any questions that you had that I could answer, you know, or any doubts that you had or whatever. And I was literally just like, I don't think I have any questions. Like, I don't have any questions about the actual class because her thing is so detailed that it tells you exactly what it is. But I just pretty much told her like, I'm just very indecisive. I overthink too much, and that's the only reason why. And I was like, and I'm a little shy, so I don't know. And so she, how do I say, like, reassured and basically said, like, any questions that you have or anything that you want to talk through, just remember that, like, I'm here for you. And it's not just because, like, I know her and we've worked with her before. I see it in all of her videos from everybody that she works with. So she just recently, I think, posted like a reel, and it was like this lady talking about how she's inspired by Jessie, and like she like went to take her class, and she was like, why not? Like, if she could do it, I could do it. And it's all these like testimonials that I see, and like I don't think anybody like they just keep saying really, really nice things about her, you know, in her class and everything. And so I finally decided, like, I signed up for the class, and I was like, you know what? She texted me, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And so I signed up, and so I'm going to take her class. So I will be there.
Very nice. Well, when is it?
It's on the 20th. So April 20th. So 2 weeks from now.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So,
I'm not surprised. I mean, even when we were in Florida for the Florida Expo.
Yeah.
She had asked her students and anybody who was in the area if they minded or wanted to help us.
Yeah.
And
she had a lot.
So many people, all rave reviews about her as a teacher and their experience. And, you know, they took the time out to make sure and just come out to see her, which is actually really, really cool.
I remember there was one person, I don't remember her name, but she had like nothing but nice things to say about Jessie, and we were lucky enough to meet Jessie's dad when we were down there.
Oh yeah.
And he was really nice, and I talked to him for a little bit and was telling him how like it was just great to get to work with her. So being able to attend one of her classes will be fun.
What's the topic? Is it balloons and flowers?
It's balloons and flowers, and it's basically like a beginner's class. The reason why I think it's interesting and why I signed up for it is because, one, like I've said on here multiple times, I know nothing about balloons, even though I've worked here for 7 years. I think it'll be cool to kind of see how she works with balloons and florals. But because you brought up me trying to go back into my business, I think it would be interesting to see how I have ideas of how I can like incorporate different things, but it'd be interesting to learn from somebody that is familiar with the florals, because I don't have that knowledge of florals. So I think it could just kind of all combine together. So
very cool. All right. I'm excited.
All right. Well,
updates after the 20th.
Yeah.
So, and now we're going to put the links up to that class.
Yeah. So I think she still has some spots. I know she was selling out pretty quick. So if anybody's interesting to sign up, you guys are welcome to sign up. And yeah, I'm excited. So
very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
See how that goes.
See, this is like legit new information that's coming out live on the podcast.
Yeah.
I did not even know this.
I'll tell you guys how it goes.
Shout out again. Hi, Jessie. We'll actually have to have her on the show one day.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that we want to bring on that are full of knowledge and experiences and just everything. So I think it'd be cool.
Maybe the next like 3 or 4 episodes, we can have some official guests.
Yeah, tag whoever you think.
Who would you like to see?
Who would you like to see? Yes. Who do you want us to bring on the podcast? And yeah, we have some people in mind, but we want to know what you guys want to. Who you guys want to see?
Do you want to be on the podcast?
Yeah. Sure. Oh my God, it could be it could literally be anybody. So don't be shy.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. All right. Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Let's get this episode out now.
All right.
All right. My last question for Karen is, do you think you are currently making a positive impact on the world?
Ooh. You know what? I was just thinking about that. Like last week, I think. I wish I could make... I'm going to say no. Like, just my answer is no. I wish I could be. I think, even though you say that I'm always doing stuff, I wish that I was doing more in a way that would have a positive impact, whether it's with people or with animals. Yeah, I don't think that I am, and I wish I was.
I disagree.
Really?
I do.
Why?
Because, all right, number one, I asked this question because I think that more people should either ask themselves or ask each other this question is, in general, do you think you make a positive impact on the world?
Okay.
And number one, I can tell you for sure, whether it is for LA Balloons, the business, the people who work here, and the clients and the people that we service, you make a positive impact. Easy. I mean, like,
cry.
But really though, like, you are a mentor to a lot of our staff. As a person who's contributing both your knowledge, experience, and skills and talents to the business, again, a positive impact. Even outside, your work doesn't stop at work. You always come in and you're talking about, I was thinking about this and we should reach out to this person. Or if it has something to do with our staff, and whether it's advice, life advice, school advice, work advice, whatever the case might be, you've helped a lot of people and you do on a daily basis. So I would strongly disagree that you don't make a positive impact. The fact that you say that you want to make more of an impact is not surprising, but I wouldn't discount that what you do and your contribution to the world currently is a positive one. And as opposed to other people, I can't think of anyone in particular, to be honest. But there's a lot of people who are in it for themselves. There's a lot of people who are always critiquing or saying negative things or complaining. Those don't leave positive impressions or impact on the world.
Yeah.
You're not gossiping about people or talking bad about them. You're always trying to help.
Yeah.
And seeing where you can contribute. So, yeah. But curious that was your answer. So
well,
I think for sure you're doing a great job. And I'm sure that over the next 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, you will continue to make even more of a positive impact on the world, whether it be through work or the businesses that you're working on, or the relationships that you have with people, your family, your friends, business or not business related. But yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I appreciate you saying all those things.
You're welcome.
I think it's just more so because I guess maybe because I'm not like, I don't want to say, I guess, physically doing something, I think that's why it is. But I do always want everybody to like succeed and do very well in life and try to help people as much as I can. So maybe that's my next thing. Maybe I'll have a lot of things that I want to do and I don't do anything. So
you do a lot of things. You will do more. And the only reason you feel that way is because you are a person who is both very smart and ambitious, and you have a lot of things you want to accomplish, personally, professionally, relationship, development, etc. But that is a normal characteristic and a feeling to have for somebody who wants, again, to do good things, to do great things, and to leave positive impacts on the world and other people and the relationship. But I think you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. I want to ask you the question, but I feel like I already know your answer.
Do you? I don't even know my answer. I told you.
Do you think that you're making a positive impact on?
Oh, okay, yeah. I think in general I do.
Yeah.
I think in general, I want to be a good person. I try to be a good person. I think it's important just to be overall a good person.
Yeah.
Forget different things aside, but not that I verbalize it a lot, but I do think, and I hope other people think, I am a good person, and that to me is one of the most important things. And if I can go home and feel like just I was a good person, I feel good. I don't know.
I think a lot of us think that, and I have a lot of nice things to say about you, and everybody else at work, all the decorators that have worked with you, everybody's always like, where's Andrew? So I think you do have a positive impact on people, and it's the reason why people come back to you, and it's because you give people like I want to say comfort maybe, and like you have a lot of knowledge for sure. So I think you do help people, and you're a very positive person. You are a very positive person. So you need to talk about that on the podcast with Liz. So yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
I don't know why, but the world would be a better place, I think, if we asked ourselves, do you feel like you're leaving a positive impact in the world? And it can be big or small.
yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be like, you know, you solved world hunger or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, you know, sometimes a little bit of kindness goes a long way.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was a really cool question to ask.
It is. I feel like you can dive very deep into that question. But yeah, got a little serious there.
This is supposed to be fun.
It's fun, but
well, anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for that. And that is everything I have for today's episode.
okay. Well, you had really good questions today. I mean, you always do, but today I think all of them were just very what is it that you call them?
Insightful.
Insightful, yes.
Oh, okay.
Thought-provoking. They were all very thought-provoking.
I think I changed it to this questions to make Karen think.
Oh, okay.
Or thought-provoking.
Definitely make me think all the time. So then I leave here and I'm like,
But it looks like, I will say, I think it may be because of these conversations,
yeah.
part of maybe why you've restarted some of your business.
I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to do that I just need to commit to actually like putting in the work to doing them.
We can have a whole conversation about you and commitment.
I know. Literally. Oh, don't even get me started on that. But I just really liked my cakesicles that I make this weekend. I thought
they looked great.
Weekend?
It was last weekend, yeah.
Maybe I'm going to post some pictures on here because
there you go.
Why not? But all right. Well, This was a good episode. So
I thought so.
Episode 8. Again, shout out to Tuftex for sponsoring the podcast. We will also be seeing them soon in
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Going to the chapel in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So that's on the 23rd and the 24th.
Yeah.
Again, let us know if you're going to be there and meet up with us. All right. We'll see you next week.
I don't know. I have nothing else to say. All right.
Tune in next week.
Bye.
Bye.